No, 100%. And if what is your thoughts on, obviously social media has added a lot of, it has changed the way people perceive bodybuilders and how good they really are. And if you look at classic bodybuilding back in the day without social media, and you look at classic building today with social media, do you think has changed at all, or is it it still comes down to the hard work and being a proper bodybuilder and really just do everything that you can possibly do to build the best physique? Do you think social media has an effect on people choosing who the favorites are, or?
I'll have to be honest with you and say yes. I will
Yeah,
have to be honest and say yes because um, I've seen cases to where not so much, and I've seen cases to where you look at certain things, certain placings, and certain people doing certain pretty well, and it seems like, and they might have a bigger following, and it seems like it was because of that. The people get, the judging might get wrapped up in that,
yeah,
and not quite look at the physiques as they are, no matter what, but they might get caught up in the crowd yelling for a specific competitor because they have such a big following and they're so
yeah,
well known,
yeah. No, I
you
agree with you.
know? Yeah. I
And
experienced that. I'm not going to say, Jaco, I'm not going to say any names, but I experienced that my very first year. And
yeah,
you could look back on who it was and who was who placed ahead of me and all that stuff. I'm not going to say any names, but
yeah.
nevertheless,
No,
though, he's a
100%.
good guy and
No,
he's
I
a
mean,
great competitor too.
yeah, it's a reality, and it's like I even now with my clients that I coach, that like I want them to understand that you can't take anything away from hard work. You have to put whatever you can into building your physique, but unfortunately, social media is not going to go away, and social media is there. So I encourage them to obviously, do as much effort with their social media as well, because it could only benefit them at the end of the day. And social media has been a big part of my life, and it's sometimes people don't will some people will never understand, but it's very draining. And you've got the status, as you would know, that you've got to fulfill, and you've got always have to be this perfect person in their eyes, because you inspire people, and you have to be as authentic as possible. But it's draining, because you don't ever want to be, and that's why I said earlier when we spoke about how I enjoy going onto your Instagram, because when I go onto your live, and you always just greet, hi fam, and you're like so friendly, and the people just love it. There's never ever negativity. And I think social media, like, fast forward some people into their career, where they've got this bit of popularity, and then all of a sudden they think they're this incredible athlete, and they completely forget about the hard work that needs to be put in, and just drive and feed of all of the energy that they get of social media, which I think it's very, very negative. And I'm
I
talking
agree.
about experience, because it's been a challenge for me as an individual to not persuade that image, because of the attention that you get on social media. I mean, I know that I don't have the best physique, but I do know that I inspire a lot of people. And that's what I keep reminding myself on just doing as an influencer.
Absolutely, absolutely. You have to understand. Always keep in mind that we are of inspiration, that we inspire people and motivate people, and people look up to us. And so we always have to be mindful of the material that we put out there and the message that we put out there. We have to work hard to extend ourselves because it is a responsibility. It's a responsibility for us too, with a larger following, and it's a responsibility for us as champions, Jaco, to be more than that, and to just extend ourselves out to people with great messages. Um,
Yeah.
so we always have to keep that in mind, and I definitely agree with you on continuing to do that and wanting to put that stuff out there. I like to give people a little bit of everything with all positivity. I like to give them a little silliness. I like to give them a little entertainment. I like to give them a little grit and hard work, and I
Yeah.
like to show them all the sides. And
Yeah.
it's okay. I used to not like social media, and I used to not like the fact that people are like, oh, I'm doing this, you know, at this hour, I'm doing this in this hour, I'm this in this hour. I used to not really embrace it, but I see the power in it, and I embrace it now, and I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it because, like I said, it's a vehicle to inspire and to motivate, and that's always the number one thing, and that's always should be the solid foundation of it all at all times.
100%.